Welcome, Flagg checking in. First of all, I want to apologize for how my first video came out. I know it was kind of terrible and I shot it out of sequence and edited it together that way for various reasons. I'm still getting a feel for this. And at the time of recording this, I'm actually not done editing that, so we'll see how it turns out. Anyway, over the last weekend, I actually got really sick, so that's kind of impacted things. But I'm going to try to start off this week, which would be week 3, on a strong note. Oh, and also, I decided I'll give you like a beard growth update. See, I decided to sharpen the line right here with the safety razor. Clean up the neck just a little bit. I don't have much of a neckline. It doesn't really go down that far, but still think it looks a little cleaner. But anyway, as for my plans this week, I'm going to continue going to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes. I'll be starting my 5th class. That'll be my next one. I'll continue doing more at the gym. I kind of fell off of that because I got sick and, just because life got busy. Still got to keep it up with my internship. And hopefully I'll get to include some footage of my animation if I'm able to build everything and set it up. So we'll see how that goes through the week. See you at the end of this one. So that was my 5th jiu-jitsu class. Today I went on a Tuesday as opposed to my usual Monday, Wednesday schedule. Might start going in more often. There are a few familiar faces that are there almost every day. As you can tell, I'm really sweaty right now. Sorry for the awkward cut. My Spotify cut on for some reason, but yeah, I guess I'm about to drive home. So one thing I'm trying to accomplish this week is officially moving out of my room, getting as much as I can into my apartment. It's not that I have anything against it here at home, it just I need a little more time to establish myself on my own. Just some general emptiness. You can see I've taken apart the booth too. It really does make a difference. Not only was it soundproofing the space within it, but it was soundproofing the whole room. It's a bit more echoey now. Today's my push day. I'll be doing dumbbell bench press, a little bit of incline dumbbell press, a little bit of shoulder press. I'll also try to hit my triceps and maybe do a little bit of abs if I can get to it. To just kind of better protect my hands while I'm working out, I've got these grippy gloves. All right, so pretty much the same deal as in the last video. I just recorded a little bit of dumbbell bench press and then a little bit of incline dumbbell bench press. It was a little awkward to record because I didn't have my tripod, but yeah, it's pretty much what I have. It is a little limiting to not be able to record what I do in the actual gym, but I'm just trying to follow common courtesy. So I'm just trying to be respectful of that. Like, I'm not even going to ask whether I can film in there, like, because I know I wouldn't like that either, so yeah. So I didn't end up hitting abs today, but overall a pretty good workout. I really feel it in my triceps. All right, so this is just a little look at my gi before I head out for my next jiu-jitsu session. Still haven't really nailed getting the belt right. I know it looks a little wonky right now, but I guess I'll get it fixed by somebody once I get there. Eventually it'll click. Yet another jiu-jitsu session under my belt. Really sweating right now, about to drive home to the apartment. But got to talking to a few new faces there. A couple people had their first class tonight. Got to meet them. That was nice. Some familiar faces. Maybe I'll make more friends this way if they stick around. Also, a little update on learning my bow staff, so that I might just start, making it a self-taught thing, going to the park and whatnot. But yeah, I'm about to head home. So this next day I was out of town, so I stopped at my favorite boba spot, and that was nice. Really the only silver lining that day because I was busy as hell. Alright, so today I'm going to be combining my leg day and my pool day because I missed a day at the gym. But anyway, I just decided I would talk about an experience I had yesterday actually. So, you know, if you keep up with what I've been talking about so far on my social media, or you watched the last video, all four of you who did, you know that I'm working on some creative projects. For one of these projects, I need some fake fur material, and I need it in orange and purple respectively. So I ordered a yard of both, and I got it from Michael's originally, and when it got delivered, like, purple fur was completely fine, but the orange fur ended up being this dark red color, and that's obviously not what I ordered. So right now I'm kind of disputing that, just waiting for them to refund me or, you know, reach whatever decision they do there. But in the meantime, I decided to order elsewhere. So I went on Amazon and found a listing for orange faux fur. Same deal, a yard length, a yard by a yard or something like that. I forget exactly how big it is, but I ordered more than I thought I'd need. So the day comes yesterday. Keep in mind, this is like 2 weeks after the whole like red fur situation. And they sent me a f***ing broom. Can you believe that? A broom. But either way, I had to go to the UPS store so I could return that. And I just got credited back the amount on my Amazon account, so we'll try it one more time and see what happens. Alright, so it's the next day. Gym went alright. I combined my pool day and my leg day together. Wasn't the smartest idea. I had to cut a few exercises just because I got super exhausted. My neck is a little sore for some reason. Not sure if that happened during a jiu-jitsu session or at the gym, but yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, regarding yesterday's debacle with the whole having to return the broom, I have placed an order for new materials for my project. Hopefully they get it right this time. If not, I guess it's just not meant to be. But no, all kidding aside, I should have my new stuff shipped by tomorrow or the day after that, so at least they're quick about it. Also, I'm about to do some data analysis for my master's project I'm working on. I got a bit behind with that because I've been all over the place this weekend and I've been really exhausted. But yeah, I'm about to get to that, so later. Now, there's really not much to this. With the data I collected, I just analyze it at home on my laptop or in the library, so I'll just spare you some of that boring footage. So something cool of note is that John Green will be at my university for some event today, so the tickets have sold out, but I'm going to try my luck in line, seeing if there are any no-shows. I'll record anything if I make it. I got in queue for the people who didn't have tickets, and they handed them out as they became available. Finally made it in there, was seated really high up, but you know, at least I got in.
Well, I liked writing stories from a very young age, but I never thought that being a writer was a real job that like real people had. I thought of it as being like a professional athlete.
Seeing John Green was great, like I expected it would be. Really articulate, really insightful, gave me a lot to think about. Afterwards, we went and got some milkshakes from Cookout, and now I'm in the floor because I'm working on one of my creative projects, so I'll give an update on that soon. Alright, so at this point my room is more or less cleared out aside from my clothes, my posters, and a few other things. I'll handle that next weekend, but right now I am mostly moved out. So yet another push day. Not going to bore you by filming any of that. We finally got our treadmill, which is nice, so I'll film a little bit of me using that, but yeah, let's get to the workout. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the next couple of weeks. I hope the next one will be more exciting, but hopefully this one was a bit more of a step up. Till next time, cheers.